A scene, a spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to the home of the Clemson Tigers, Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina. As we'll see the runner-up from last year's national championship, the Michigan Wolverines, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So Michigan's offense will have the football first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will, a really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game, maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. Looking downfield on first down. Finds his tight end. Oh, it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it. They get that turnover.
And that's a huge play by the defense. Great job and great effort getting to the ball carrier and swatting at the football, knocking it out, and then following up for a massive fumble recovery.
DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air on second down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
And this offense comes out first down, tries to run the football, no answer. Second down, they go for the pass, they give up the sack. This defense on point early in the football game with 2 great plays.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Got his man on the right. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
And he's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, he'll make those contested catches.
The Tigers have this offense rolling. To the ground with the back. They'll give him maybe 1 on the play. It's down to the 20. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Wants to go up top. Looking left. He caught it! And he will score! Touchdown, Tigers!
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. If you plan to deal with the Tigers, you better be able to handle their defensive front. They have a whole legacy of this dating back to the fridge, William Perry.
Big old legacy, and it seems like every year they rotate so many guys that are so highly recruited, so good. Just great players. They're always big and strong and fast and physical, and they get after your quarterback.
Quarterback may change this route. Off-play action. Here's a heat. He's got an open man. Turning it on. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense. The Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets it out quickly. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down.
Defense has their hands full with this one. I know he's not the biggest guy playing the running back position right now, but they know he's going to be catching it too, and they're going to have to bring this guy down in space. In the passing game, they better make sure they get a lot of hats to the football. They've got their hands full.
He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down.
And that's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into, and you want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
They just keep firing. He wants it all. Touchdown, Michigan. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Sets up the screen. He makes the stop, but a nice pickup there on 1st down. Leaves him in 2nd and manageable. And the Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. One man in the backfield, and he gets it. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. And the misconnection on 3rd down.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They'll start this drive from the 42. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
Quarterback making checks. And back to the air on 2nd down. And the quarterback is toast back at the 35. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Crosses to 40. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And I don't know how to explain that one. 4th down and long, the percentages are low anyways, and on your side of the field, that is not the way I want to create momentum or start my first half. I'm not sure what they were thinking on offense.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Man, this defense has been so impressive to watch. Look at them. Get to the quarterback, get the sack. They play so fast. It's like they have 12 men on the field. Another good performance going down right now.
There he goes. And they give him enough for the 1st down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the 1st. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat lines. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Defense showing blitz, trying to rattle this quarterback. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Makes the grab. It's Floyd. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the 1st down. The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. A 3rd down play coming from the 32 as they try to keep the drive going. Rides the back and leaves it. Stopped behind the line. He'll lose a yard. They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And the try is no good. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
And sometimes I just feel like 4th down, man, just go for it every time. Like the field goal miss-make rate. And listen, kickers have improved the last couple of years, but you left some points off the scoreboard there.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Zings it complete to the right. Made a defender miss. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Looking for a huge play. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he'll be marked down, but what a play to come up with that interception.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
They're going to throw it to start the drive, using the quick game. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. The Tigers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Immediately fires to the middle. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. He wants to go deep. Oh my goodness, he's still moving. Touchdown Tigers. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
So So here comes the Michigan offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Complete to the right. Makes the catch with defenders everywhere, and now the defense backed up with a 1st and goal from the 5. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he'll get this one back to the line of scrimmage, but no farther than that. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Back to pass. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson! Fit it in the window for the score.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game day.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drop...
Oh, he's got some space. They'll knock him down after a 6-yard gain to the 27. And the Wolverines with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Toss sweep to the left. Still on his feet at the 40. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. They'll try to get the edge with the toss play here. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And you don't always see tosses into the boundary. Most people want to go to the wide side of the field. Defense was ready. Not as much space when you go wide out there, but more importantly, the defense doing a great job winning, setting the edge, running to the football, shutting the toss down.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Gets the back moving. They'll run play action. The throw to the outside is complete. Smashes him with the stiff arm. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening. The Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. He might want another play. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Quick completion on the out route. Going for the goal line. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Trying to bull his way in. Touchdown, Wolverines. They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, The comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. These two defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like two heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Catch in the middle. It's Floyd. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. Working that left side now. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The new popular phrase for a favored team not really coming out of the gates quickly is that they're playing with their food. There are a lot of peas being pushed around the plate right now, guys.
Yeah, Reese, they've been stumbling around. They've been making mistakes and shooting themselves in the foot in this game. But, David, I think you also have to give credit to the underdog in this game because they're just playing with more intensity. They look like they want it more.
Oh, dude, when you come out the gates in the first quarter, it's adrenaline, it's passion, it's being talked about as the underdog. As this game goes on, can they keep that intensity up? Right now, they're doing a heck of a job.
The give to the single back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Motion from the back. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Working that left side. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. They'll immediately call timeout. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. Wants to go up top. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Tiger! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
They'll try the toss to the left. And he's down at the 41. That's a first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. looking for the end zone. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. A first half that saw a little bit of everything there in Death Valley.
And the Wolverines will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback, Ben. You're probably going to see some different.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On third and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Gets it out fast. He gets it out to the 28-yard line, not enough to pick up the first down. Clemson will send the punt team out. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and take it back. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Firing to the right, complete. And they pick up just a few on that completion. So now it's second and long. Off the play fake. It's complete to the left. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
They'll snap it from the gun on third down. The throw. Got his man on the right. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Breaks into the open. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15. The Wolverines will snap it on first and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Got his man quickly. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. The play action fake. Quickly complete. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Wants to keep it in the air. Looking to scramble. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Michigan.
How about the day for this young fella? 3 receiving touchdowns. Hey, defense, that guy's good. We might want to do something about it. Let's send 2 at him. Let's send 3 at him. We can't let this guy continue to beat us time and time again.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That lead has been sliced to 7, and now they'll try to put something together here. We've seen a ton of this tonight. They just keep giving him the ball, and he keeps running into brick walls. Not much running room again. Back to pass on second down. Finds his target down the middle. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And they got the completion, but still looking at a third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Shoots it to the left. He's got it. There he goes to the left. And he picks up a huge chunk of yards on that play before he's finally hauled down. That last big play has them in position to threaten here, 1st and 10 from the 37. Wants to throw on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And, man, this defense added again. They've done this so much today. Affected the quarterback, gotten sacks, forced 3rd and long situations. It doesn't matter about the yards on the drive. Now you put them in a very predictable passing situation.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And it looks as if there will be no return here as the punt goes out of bounds. So here comes the Michigan offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. Running to Green. Turning it on. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30. These guys have staggered around a little bit in this one. It would be a really good time to get things going if they want to hold off the upset bid.
But they're the favorite for a reason, Reese, and they've got the playmakers on the field. They're only one play away from completely changing the momentum in this game. So the underdog, David, they've got to keep playing at a high level.
And they're the underdogs for a reason. So they've got to have some things go their way. They got to catch some breaks. And all they want to do, continue to fight, continue to hang around as long as possible and stay within a play or stay within some kind of big game-changing momentum play.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Quarterback making adjustments. Here comes the heat. Blasted as he lets it go.
Pressure affects quarterbacks, and this guy's one of the best in the nation. I don't care how talented you are, but if you're being hit, you're not going to throw completions.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Using his feet to buy time. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Big pickup on that one. They'll mark him out at the 40. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quickly complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag on the field. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. We've come to the end of the quarter, and Clemson has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Finds the tight end. Oh, he got loose. Breaks a tackle, and he's got room. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the...
And into the end zone, and he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Wolverines!
Defenses at some point are going to have to figure out how to slow this guy down because he already has 3 receiving touchdowns. We're only 4 games into the season. Nobody has an answer for this guy.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Miami is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. It's a close one right now. They're trailing by 1 to ULM. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates you'll see in here, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's taking the shot. Snags it on the right. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. The give to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And the Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Under fire. Lets it fly on the move. He's got it inside the 15. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. He'll set up to throw. He's got it and still on his feet. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Lets it go to the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing the tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. He'll go out of bounds at the 22, methodically moving it away from their own end zone. And the Wolverines can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose, and I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, and really, really be physical, because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Quickly complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. That last completion sets him up on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Quarterback extends the play. He can't find anybody. It'll be incomplete as the defense does a really good job in coverage.
Zone coverage that time, and the cornerback, a nice job with his eyes. He's watching the quarterback. He sees the ball thrown, so he knows exactly when to break on it. He's able to break it up for an incompletion.
Going to try to get it himself. Quarterback's got the 1st. Shoved out of bounds after a big gain. They'll mark it at the plus 42. Most important part of a clutch drive. Piece together some 1st downs. Get in position. And here they are on 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Wolverines now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Trying play action. Pocket breaking down. And down goes the quarterback. There are penalty flags down, but it looks as if this might be on the offense. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense declines and stands on the result of the play. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Snap to the back. Starting to feel a little pressure. Slithers into space. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down. They'll lead the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. Wants to adjust the pattern. Now the play fake. Converts on 4th down. Still going. And wisely gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got the first down, now in plus territory and a chance to save themselves. And the Wolverines come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly to the tight end.
Man, this is such a hard situation. That clock is your enemy, and you've got to push the ball down the field, but you know the defense is dropping back, so you can take the underneath stuff and go to your 2nd and 3rd read some, but we got to stay aggressive.
Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
You know, I think in this situation of the game, too, if I'm this guy, I'm thinking the same thing, right? I'm throwing and getting yards, and if it's not there, I'm going to take this game over myself with my legs. We're in the 4th quarter. We've got an opportunity, 1 possession down, to get back in this thing. I just got to do whatever I got to do to make that happen.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He's got the tight end, and he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. And they are looking to pull even with a touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
Hey, that's a great job executing the drag route. You just bring the big fella across the formation, wait for him to come open. The quarterback does a good job seeing him, finds him in the hole.
Touchdown, Michigan! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
Two-point conversion attempt is on the way. Looking to throw. Under fire. He makes the grab. The 2-point try is good, and they take the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the returner will be brought down. This drive will open from the 15. To the air on 1st down. Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. Timeout called by the offense. 29 seconds left on the clock. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. Timeout called by the offense. 24 seconds left on the clock. Looking downfield on 1st down. He's taking the deep shot. Brings it down on the right side. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out. They're in the red zone. 1st and 10 from the 20. Here's the handoff. This has been happening all night. They stubbornly keep giving him the ball, and the defense is all over him. And this field goal attempt might be their chance to save themselves. This for the lead and very likely the win. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. And this to take the lead, and it's getting late. Splits the uprights. Good. There's a lot of celebrating going on over there after taking the lead, but there is still time on the clock.
It is a nerve-wracking feeling as a football player when the game comes down to your kicker. And he has to come through, and Palmer, he comes through with flying colors.
And you know in college football, no field goal is automatic. But there's no college kicker situation here. He drills that right through the uprights, and David, it looks like his team's getting the dub.
Trying to seal the edge on the right. There he goes. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. The offense set for a first down play. Making side adjustments here. And with this place rocking, the crowd forces a false start. Just can't lose focus like that. You got to know the snap count. All wideouts, no backs. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Oh, and they get to him. Had a chance for an all-time finish, but the defense put a stop to it, and that's the final play of the game. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd and these fans, they're going to be celebrating this win for days and days to come.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.